Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for November 23rd, 2021, also being time. So wherever you're catching it in time, this might be extremely relevant, and I almost burnt cards. Oh my God. Yeah, that happened. What brings you here? Definitely check out the mini reads. It's huge sense of release. And if you hear that in the background, I can't help it. All right, I have snoring dogs. Do I feel bad? No. They're just so sweet. All right. What's going on in your life? The last mini read that I did was a postcard from Spirit. It's very emotional. It's beautiful. But it's also giving you permission to mourn something that has passed. So while this is general and collective, I got to give you that disclaimer. It's not going to make sense to everybody, and it'd be super cool if it did, but it's not going to. So if this doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. If it does, then I hope that it's a good message, and I hope that if any challenges present themselves, we actually find out the why behind it and what you have to look forward to. So always just listen with an open heart. And if you have questions about booking a session, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in depth, intense, yada, yada, yada. I look forward to hearing from you, so reach out in the email address provided or find me on social platforms and send me a DM. That being said, let's do this. Ooh, start defending what you want. Yes, yes, queen or king, whatever you are, I don't care. And you have to be all in this. A lot of wand energy, kicking this off because this is exactly what you want. You can't hold yourself back anymore with this. And I see that you're not. So you're defending your, I guess, forward movement in this. And congratulations. What do we have here? I want to be upset that he's snoring, but I can't be upset because it's so stinking cute. If you saw his ears, they're like over his head. You know what you have to do because this is everything that you want, but you're hesitant to make that swift movement and you're in hangman mode. Stop it. You're not going to be abandoned, but let's see. You're not at the end of one cycle. All right, so that might be it. You might not feel like you're done, but you're at a pivot point. So you choose when this cycle ends. You have to choose. You literally have to make the choice in this. A lot of insecurity around it and feeling kind of like ungrounded guilt, emotional instability with this. It's time to cut through to the truth. Independence. It's also something that is just very honest, something that is very honest and cut through. Let's cut to the chase. I want this one too. Your strength has been a really strong sense of your character. Anybody who's ever seen you, and if they knew your life, yes, I'm pretty sure that they would look at all your tribulations and just want to coddle you, hold you even. That's not something to be ashamed of. And it's not anything that you're playing off of either. Nobody knows the battles through your perception that you have gone through. Only you do. So this is talking about how your ability to be strong, have that strength, has become pretty much your fortress. We have this coming out, and then it's with this. So, yeah, I have a few cards in front of me. All right. The fact that something is moving so fast despite your best efforts, and it's the sense of, I'm getting like this sense of not necessarily weakness, it's more like I'm getting a sense of just exhaustion, huge exhaustion washing over you. It's because everything is coming to an end in this final chapter. And the fact that you can't control it makes you feel unguarded. It's huge with feeling completely unprotected. It's very loud energy too. So, my dear, you know that there is a very fast ending happening. Let's not confuse this. I'm not going with any sort of unaliving of self. Just know that if that's where your mind is going, get off the reading right now and go get your resources to get you help. And that is no joke. I'm not playing around with that. Unaliving oneself is never the go-to. Just a heads up. This is about a chapter in your life coming to an end faster than you expected. And the fact that you can't stop that is making you feel very unsafe, because you are so used to being in control of what your actions are and what the next step is, that surrendering to whatever this abrupt change is making you feel like you have lost a sense of control, lost, I guess, the power, and you haven't. This is actually a repurposing of that amazing power that has kept you so strong for so long. So yeah, I had to use that kind of key word of unaliving, because if I say the other one, I really just don't want to put it out there. I lost my father to that. And I know so many people who deal with that, and it's something that, honestly, it's not in this. It's really like, I need to say it as a disclaimer, much like when I see somebody going into a relationship or going back to a relationship, as long as it's not toxic or abusive, go for it, because I'm never going to ship anything like that. You're used to having your wits about you and having control over this situation and what you are diving into. I think that you've been very methodical in your steps, and now it feels like you're not so methodical. Like it's not a thing. Okay. The need to control this is based off of past experiences, relationships, whether it's romantic, intimate, or family dynamic growing up. This can also point to certain abuses that you are, I guess, releasing from your experience and moving on from. I'm not telling you to forget them. I'm not telling you to forget the trauma that they caused you, but it's not going to be at the forefront of your mind. I think that you are doing the work to get through that, so it's not such an anchor in your life. Let's see, what is this? Lots of new insights are coming through, and it feels like it's a major rite of passage, but it doesn't feel like it's heavy. It doesn't feel like it's painful. It just feels like it's insightful, and it's a lot for you to take on. Yeah, there is a beautiful new emotional beginning that is definitely going to grow, and you're going to see the fruits of its labor. If you haven't even started seeing it now, then you are probably about to see it. You have made a huge drastic change in opening your heart in life, and the enlightenment that's coming through with that is really starting to even have its own payoff, which is probably making you feel agitated. Whatever this experience is that you are stepping into, I want you to know that it is okay to allow this. And again, as long as it's not toxic or abusive and you're not in a detrimental situation, right? Yeah, you're ready. You have your cup. The cup is right here. And you see, you've grabbed that cup and you're moving forward with it. See that blank space? And we have the moon. And the moon is full in both senses over here. What are you letting go of? What in your programming are you letting go of? It's really important that you stay positive about this. I'm not talking toxic positivity. Oh my God, that makes me want to just do a dead sprint into the wall thinking that, like, no, everything's good, just stay positive. You want to know what? Shut up and let me feel what I'm feeling. It's about seeing the negativity from where its source is and processing it, acknowledging it, and not let it rule your decision making. It's a very big move on your part. This reading is riddled with court cards and major arcana, so this is no light energy. No light energy. It's made to make you light of heart, but this is a lot to process. So, my darling, what are we looking at? Okay, I'm being pulled to the saints and angels because I can. Praise at the bottom. You are definitely going to need support through this, whether it's emotional, financial, spiritual. You're going to need support, however that shows up for you. And I want you to connect to your divine source. I actually want you to open up your faculties of manifestation, because you kind of draw this situation in. If you want to have it a little bit more cushy, you got to kind of put it out there with what your needs are. Be brave. Haven't you been brave this whole time? All right, ooh, what's this? What's this? Rest now, because you're not going to have time to rest in the future. You are stepping into a very strong purpose in life, and it's initiated by this situation. So this, you have to believe that you are worthwhile. You have to believe that all your needs are going to be met, and that you can actually step into this new phase of your life very bravely. I feel like this is not necessarily, there you go, I can talk, materialistic. It feels more like it's mindset, purposefully driven, and it feels like it is a theme of the chapter that's coming in. So, hey, if you got a new job, congratulations. If you have a new living situation, congratulations. It's going to work out. If you found a new relationship, congratulations. You prayed for this. You drew it all in. Everything about this. I even have this amazing friend who actually randomly adopted this beautiful pup. It's obviously, okay, well, it's not obviously, but it's not a pup, but any animal, any dog in front of me is a pup. Trust me. She has this allergy to dogs, and this just kind of came to her. This is absolutely opening up to a new connection in life, and it was so sweet. You know how some things are just meant to be? That was one of those things. Opening up to a new experience. You're going with the divine guidance on this. I can't love this enough. Whatever the scale is, it's going to end up being very major, but it's starting with a little step, and you may have started this ripple recently. You may be starting it now, but now it is moving and moving and moving and moving, and the waves are getting bigger, and that's why you have to kind of surrender to it and defend it, because it feels like it's out of control and out of your hands when this was initiated by your hands and your guidance to begin with. Not only can you ride this wave, baby, you can surf it. I don't even want to hear your excuses. Of course you can surf this. You are in control of this. You are somebody who is a natural at this. You have found your wave in this. It's a magic wave, but you have to get on that stinking board. Why am I going with surfing on this? I've never surfed a day in my life. I tried climbing on a surfboard once. That was a trip. No. So surfing or riding the wave, something about water may have a lot of sense for you. Or it may make no sense and you live in the desert. Saying hey to my Southwest peeps. What up, G-Funks? Talisman. All right, so this is what you need to be mindful of. Don't shut down. Don't shut off. Don't allow yourself to shut down and what feels like an overwhelm with you. This doesn't need to go into a disaster. This is not a false goal, gift, reward. It's not false. There's nothing that's tarnished underneath this, and Spirit really wants you to know that. Don't let your mind run away from you and tell you that this is deception and that this is going to hurt you. Don't let yourself get stuck in a place that you don't need to be. It's scary there, and I think that you actually find comfort in that place because you know how to, in a way, shut down from your feelings. And it's scary when you don't want to do that anymore and you're like at a default to even start doing it. And I think that's probably the upset right now, because part of you really wants to go into shut down mode, and your spirit is fighting against it because it knows that this is something that has a bigger meaning behind it, and that you kind of gotta get rid of whatever this balance act is. You don't need the balance right now. What you need is this hurricane clearing everything in front of you so that you can actually lay a new foundation in the spirit of place. All of this chaos, all of these upsets, all of these new challenges that are coming about, whether it's positive or negative, but challenges nonetheless, are leading you to the spirit of place, your divine purpose and position in life. Yeah. This is what I'm getting from this particular deck. I want to know what you have to look forward to. And I'm being pulled to, I haven't used this in a while. Okay. Yoga and exercise is essential to your well-being, peace of mind, spiritual growth right now. All right, it's leading you to a place of balance. Then we have the angel of abundance. You'll receive money that you need. So you're going to have security in getting the movement and the momentum. So God is in charge of how it will happen. I love this group that I am doing this coaching thing with, because one of the teachings that you learn in it is the mindset of, well, what can I do to get this to work out? And there was this seed of that was planted by what somebody great says. I can't even think of the name right now. It was probably Bob Proctor or something like that. One of the people who were on The Secret. Where is the money now? Oh, maybe it was Earl Nightingale. Anyway, where are we going to get the money from? And somebody chirps in and says, well, wherever it's from right now, or wherever it's at right now. That's the kind of mindset that you have to have. It's the idea of possibility that something is going to flow. And then we have time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone's needs. Now it's time to take care of your own. So you have to look forward to taking care of yourself in this. And then the angel of peace. And there's, I think, this one and this one. Oh, wow. Somebody from the other side is actually encouraging you with this one, because here, listen to this. God, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I'm happy and at peace. I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it'll come about. Negativity will block your progress. I'm the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Life is about to get easier. 1 second. Welcome back. Did you miss me? Okay. So somebody from the other side is giving you the go-ahead on this. They are completely supporting you. And this is going to be successful. You have got to have confidence, peace even. This is not going to be as difficult as it has been in the past. You really are kind of granted a really smooth road ahead. This does not take away from the trials and tribulations of life. You are going to have this regardless, because you have breath in your body and you need some sort of polarity for whatever reason. Even I don't get it, but apparently it's a thing. This is going to be a lot smoother than it has been in the past, which honestly, thank God. Right? Thank God with that. Let's see. I'm the angel of abundance. This is really going to be laying a foundation for growth in your life. So whatever chapter this is that you are stepping into, it's been a seed that's planted and you're seeing the ripple effects now. And I can't help but think that also with those ripples, you are getting ripples out. So we're talking like inconveniences. I may be calling a few people out on that. This might be even just huge agitation with what you have to deal with. Take that for what it is. Understand it, the higher purpose of it. Even if you want to just sit there and break stuff and cry, know that it has a higher purpose. You are being pushed out of a very uncomfortable situation. The angel of abundance, the essential yoga. This is what we're doing here. I'm liking this. So, What is the result of this with everything that you have to, what's with my hair? Come on, come on. What's with the hair? Look like I have a flock of seagulls going on. Okay. Judgment. This is a true gift from Spirit. So the outcome is the judgment, but it's positive judgment. You know, when it comes time to have Spirit or God call, or Allah, whatever you believe in, trust me, I don't care. Whatever you believe in, it is being called to the forefront. Everything that you have endured in your life and the heart that has been behind it. You are getting kind of the reckoning with this. Don't let it fool you. Don't let it freak you out. This is actually very important for you because this actually tells you the gift that is in store. So we have judgment, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So in this judgment time, you might be experiencing this now. Oh my God, I'm serious. I'm just going to shave my head. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, you might be experiencing stagnance right now or upset with this because it's in the ebb, and this is judgment. Before the wheel starts to turn again, judgment needs to come to an end. And that's what you're experiencing. So everything that is an inconvenience, uprooting right now, agitating you, know that this is the time of judgment, and it is getting flustered and cleared away because the wheel's got to turn again. And then we have this, which I see you not only doing almost like a spiritual dead sprint towards this, but I see that you are going to fight for this. Not that you have to, but you are more than willing to, and you will. All right, so we have, this is what was at the bottom. Wasn't quite sure on how to take this out. We have slow incoming messages because you have to rise above and distinguish the message for yourself from your higher faculties. And then we have this, you need freedom of choice. And that choice is what's going to be a catalyst? Yeah, for the back neck-breaking movement that is going to be this new chapter, which is going to be taking all of the stress out of it. You really do have a smoother road ahead, and it's very healing. But right now, I want you to look inwardly and realize that you are over a very karmic phase of your life. It's your choice. Your choice on how you're going to go about this. You're going to get there. Whether you get there kicking, screaming, and crying and depleted of energy is all your choice. But if I were you, I'd acknowledge exactly how far you've come along now so that you can say yes and gravitate into this new chapter. And I know that it's going to be very on edge for you. So please, just as long as you're going, I don't care if it's at a snail's pace, just go. All right, this has been your Daily Tarot and Oracle, your daily insight on life and love for November 23rd, 2021, also being timeless. So if this made sense, I hope it's a good message. If it didn't, I hope that you enjoyed the show. And if you have questions about booking a session or any of the services, reach out in the email address provided, see what might be right for you. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. Chances are, if you're coming across this, you might need a spirit message. So, what brings you here? Listen with an open heart, an open mind. If this doesn't make sense, I don't know. What do you need to know? Other than I don't know. All right. What is up, Spirit? Empress is coming out. New project underway. You are closed off about it, though. Maybe you're afraid of this losing momentum. I have not used that lip plumper in forever. Worried about plans being spoiled. Yeah. Wait, hold on. There's this one that is, hold on. What is this? What is this? We're going to find out together. Where'd it go? A lot of uneven feminine energy around this. Maybe what I'm seeing here is you're on a new project. You're not secure about it. In fact, you're planning for a failure. Stop. This is ridiculous. You're worried about deception. You're worried about losing passion, losing momentum, canceled plans. Maybe you don't feel like this is secure. What I'm seeing is part of you has an issue with this falling through because part of you thinks that maybe it's too good to be true and you're unworthy. That's a trip, to say the least. All right. Maybe you feel like you're not even being honest with yourself. Wow, this is a majorly triggering situation for you. You got the Hangman. You're stuck and it's filled with anxiety. This is definitely having an issue with dependency, and I think that this needs to be talked about. So, hold on. What is the motion? Because I got the why with you. All right. So this, just tiptoe into it if you can. You're not balanced right now. Any little step in is better than no step at all. You're going to really have to push your limits and comfort zone with this. I know that you're afraid to put your whole self in this, but at least start inching your way in towards it. It's new. It's a new project. It's going to be beautiful. If you found your amazing way across this, what do you need to know? What's up? We're going to be using saints and angels. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. Commitments, love. Why did those two always come out together? You want to know? We're going to do commitments and hate. How about that? How about them apples? We're going to do things that we don't want to do. We're going to stick to it because we can, because we have pride issues. You got to get in the right energy. It's like I have glue on my hands, for goodness sakes. You're freaking out, okay? I get it. I really do. I'm tired of seeing it too. But listen, you're starting to fritz out. Something really good is occurring in your life and you're fritzing out. This, you got to push yourself beyond it. Why is there such an issue with staying in the right state of mind with this? What is the deal? Because it would take a freaking miracle. No. You don't think that you're worthy of any sort of miracles. This is not a business transaction with spirit, okay? So this is genuinely a gift that life is giving you. And I know that you're worried about the catch. Like, what's the catch? First off, it's not a shot in the dark with this. You are worthy. You are deserving. You have been calling in this situation in your life. This is a commitment, one that you do want to make. Stop gaslighting yourself to being a complete weasel about this. Listen, you're happy. You are going to be happy in this situation. Pursue it. All right? See that fear for what it is, the trigger for what it is, and straight up punch it in the face, figuratively, because I don't want you to hit anybody. But isn't this aggravating? You get so excited about this new opportunity that comes in, whether it's a job, whether it's a move, whether it's even a new friendship or a relationship, or even some sort of just whatever the gift looks like for you. You get it and you're like, okay, I'm going to wake up soon. I'm going to wake up soon. I'm going to be in the same hellhole I was before. And Spirit's like, I really need you to shut up about this right now. You're going to be happy. You're going to like it. I don't want to hear any more of it. So what does this say? Don't compromise back into a crappy comfort zone that didn't even suit you in the first place. That was not for you. This is exactly what you have been looking for, and if not, even more than what you've been looking for. So you want to know what? Stick with it. Just work through the fear. Communicate that in the situation, but don't you dare fold. Hey there, gorgeous. I'm still being pulled to the saints and angels, so much to my dismay, we're gonna keep doing it because I can't not do it. The message won't come through, but you found it. All right, so what did you find? Fabulous. Activist, you found purpose. You found purpose in something. You have a lot of purposes. Want to let you know that. it's not just this one thing that you are going to find purpose in, but it's actually a pretty amazing abundant situation. It's just going to grow. What you found and that you have put yourself into, your heart into, is going to keep growing. This is meant to, I guess, ease your pain, ease your anxiety about it, ease your fears, ease your doubt. Best make a wise decision about this. And then we have Mother and safe travels. You are so loved. You are cared for. You are nurturing. Be careful of what you allow in your sphere and what you absorb. You are loved unconditionally. You are going to be able to move through this safely. And in fact, it's urging you to make a move. Whatever the choices that you're making about this, make sure that it is something that is not based with fear. You do not run towards something because you're afraid that it won't stand next to you. You don't run away from something because you think that it's going to hurt you when it's not. Whatever you've been looking for, yes, you have found. And that is going to take bravery to allow yourself to see yourself accurately and worthy to keep this, to allow it into your life. It's going to take continual exposure and continual mindfulness to not let yourself be to slip into old, familiar, treacherous habits. I would be the pot calling the kettle black if I said, I haven't done this before, but you want to know what? We've all been here at some point. But what you have found right now, why you have come across this, is because something has entered your life, or you have entered some phase of your life that is long stretched, and it is beautiful, it's amazing, and don't think that you haven't done the work for this. It is truly a gift, and you get to have it for the long term, and you get to appreciate it, and it wants to be there as much as you do. When you have doubt, communicate it. And also don't project it, and see where it's coming from so you can heal that part of yourself. If you found your way across this, I'm being drawn to the archetype. So this is the power you're invoking, or the shadow work that needs to be done so you can invoke the correct power. It has 80 cards. I'm not calling you a name. It's going to have funky names like prostitute, beggar, all that. Not calling you that. So what do you need to know? Virgin. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. It's unattached. It is sweet and is innocent. And this is pure. Pure what? Visionary. Listen, I'm going to give you some guff over this right now. Yes, you are not, by any stretch of the imagination, completely pure and innocent and virginal to the world around you. No, that's not it. You've had life. You've definitely had some sort of funkiness about it. This is not to negate that. You are very experienced in life, but that's the thing. This is what makes the Virgin and the angels so cool about this. It's not a mask that you're wearing. In fact, you took the mask off. What I love about this is you have seen all of which that can happen in humanity. You've experienced the detriments and the highs, the lows, all of that jazz about it. The thing is, you are still very much at your core an amazing person. You know what you are capable of. You know what other people are capable of. And yet here you are. You are not somebody who just can't defend themselves. You've seen everything, and you know to pick kindness, to pick truth, to pick help. And it's not even about just picking up your fellow man. It's, of course, do that. But this is actually lifting up life and consciousness around you, and that's starting with yourself. It's being exposed to everything that life has had to offer and still seeing the beauty and choosing that over everything else, seeing possibility and choosing that over everything else. That's why everything in your life is getting so good now, and it's getting just incredibly better. It's not waiting for some sort of a downfall. You are truly manifesting this beautiful angelic life in front of you, and it is a mindful choice. Hear those dogs in the background? I'm sure that they're barking at nothing. However, it's time for you to be loyal to your path. If you found your way across this, where's my, there you go, the tarot and oracle. Well, actually, it's the Rider-Waite, but still, if you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message, and I got it. Okay. Alrighty, you. Stuck in the hangman position over insecurity and trying to make do with where you are and what you have, and you're completely out of sync and out of balance with yourself. Ooh. All right, there's a new cycle that is coming in, but you have to make the swift moving action in it. So this is about action and momentum on your part. Don't dig in too deep with your emotions on this. I do feel like it's fear-based. Excuse me, Bandit. Hey, you're being obscene. You're being obscene. Hey, whoa. Don't look at me like that. I'm not acting out of pocket. You are. I love my animals. Okay. Well, he's a pup. He's a fur baby. Anyway, back to the reading. Okay. So you're stuck in insecurity and out of balance, and I feel like your emotions, your passions are all over the place. It's time for you to pull back your energy, forget all of it, cut through all the BS, cut through all of that insecurity, anything that is making you feel challenged or bad about the situation, cut through it. It is all a bunch of burden that has been placed on your shoulders that you do not need to be carrying with you. You're in a new cycle, a new emotional positive cycle, one that is overflowing your cup. And it's going to be a lot for you to work to actually accept it because of these beasts right here. Your old ghosts are coming back in to really challenge you in this. And it feels like you are fighting your way through all of it. So take this for what it is. Understand that whatever your insecurity is, it's not relevant to the current. It's really just past traumas that are coming up. But I can totally get this. Again, you're being obscene. Oh, he's flipping out. Start defending what it is that you do want, because there's an echo of a voice in your head that says you can never have this, you can never do this, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, yada, yada, yada. All right, I'll be right back. Stay safe, have fun. Hey, gorgeous. What's happening? I'm actually being pulled to the postcards from Spirit 2 days in a row. Very interesting. What do you need to know? I feel like there's another one in here. It's going to be from your main guide or from a loved one who's crossed over. Just listen with an open heart and open mind. Don't force it. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. And if it does make sense in its own right, I'm sorry. But hopefully it's a good message. All right, what do you need to know? Okay, so it's usually the first person who's coming to mind, so don't overanalyze it. And if you can't think of anybody, it's probably from the main guide, but this is what you need to hear right now. Okay. Whew. All right. There are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes loss is sudden and painful, like a loved one who's crossed over into our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss, your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty of what was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, even more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. There's only one you, and you have a unique path and special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it's up to you on how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think that a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self, how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know that your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust us. Loving you forever and ever. Sending you love, always and forever. Love, Spirit. Some really positive changes have made their way into your life. So what has not worked out in the past, it's okay to mourn it, but it's also okay to move on. Spirit has your back in the direction that you're going in. Sending you a ton of love.